Alright, this is a tutorial for the Home Designer Suite 2012 program. Now this is the program that I use to design basements for my clients. The design that we're going to look at here, I'll bring that over here, you can take a look at it. It's actually the design that I'm using as the example design at the Basement Finishing University. This is the design that I talk about in the Designing tab over at the Basement Finishing University. This is the one that I did with you guys. If you actually got to see that, there's a 4-video series of me coming up with the numbers to plug into the program to do what I've done here. Okay, we actually went down together in the 4 videos, measured this basement, got all of our dimensions for the exterior walls, found all of our support columns, all of our obstacles, everything in this basement, and then we began to design this. Now, watch those 4 videos over at the Designing tab, and you'll get a better idea of exactly what coordinates I'm using to make this particular drawing right here, this particular plan. Alright, so I'm going to move this out of the way here. And right now what you're looking at is a blank Home Designer Suite 2012 screen. You can see up here I just call this my new starter plan. This is the way I start every plan for every client that I'm doing now. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use the floor plan that we did in the designing videos, the 4 videos, and we're going to use those numbers, those measurements that we came up with for that basement in this sample tutorial. So let's just start with walls. Now, there are some parts of this program up here, like this tree you see up here and this fence and some other things up here that are all for landscaping purposes. We're not going to be getting into that. We're only going to be getting into what is needed to design a basement, just the basic functions that we need to get a basement into this program and create our floor plan so that we can take that floor plan, use it to build from, and also use it to pull permits. We can submit that to the township, the city, municipality, wherever you're going to be getting your building permits. We can use this plan that we're going to create now for those purposes. So some of the stuff we're just not going to use, and I just pointed those out to you. It's mostly just the landscaping. Now this program does a lot more than just the landscaping that we're not going to be messing with. It'll give you a foundation plan, a first floor plan, a second floor plan. You can design a 3-story, 4-story house with this program. Again, we're just going to be doing a basement plan, so we're going to be keeping it really simple. All right, so across the top here we have all the different tabs that we're going to be using. Most of them are going to be from the outlet here across over here to the wall. All right, and I'll show you the functions as we go along here. So first we're going to start with the wall because we're going to draw our exterior walls first. We're going to open this up, and what I use is the straight interior wall. All right, so I'm going to click on that. What the program will do now is it will draw straight interior walls. And that's what we're going to be using for 95% of the walls that we're going to be drawing. All right, so we're going to go ahead and draw the wall. And all you do is just hold down on your mouse, on the left button of your mouse, click down and just drag the wall out. All right, and we're going to make this basement, for the example, 36 feet long. We're going to make it 23 feet wide. And if you go a little bit either way with the inches, guys, it really isn't going to matter. Well, we're going to make it 23. As long as you're only off an inch or two from your actual measurements that you took in your basement, you're going to be fine. So move this out here to 36 and connect the 2 walls. And there we have our starting exterior walls of our basement. Now your basement may have some other outcroppings in it, and I get into more of that in the designing section, but we're just learning how to run the program here. All right, so once you have your exterior walls all drawn according to your dimensions, then what you're going to do is you're going to put your steps in. All right, and over here you can see this is the step buttons right here. Click on the little drop down menu, and you can see you can do straight stairs, click stairs, curved to right, landing. You can do all that good stuff. Now the way that I do it is I start with straight stairs. So I'm going to click straight stairs. And whichever direction, you're gonna click down with the left side of your mouse, and you're gonna drag your steps just like this. You're gonna drag your steps. Now, whichever direction you're dragging them is up. All right. So I'm drawing a set of stairs that are going up, starting at the bottom of the steps here, and they're going up as I go across here. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and draw 6 steps there. Count those, and I know there's 6 because I counted them in the basement that I'm designing. I counted the steps. All right, so there is the first set. Now I also have a set of steps that are coming up and turning at a landing, so I have to draw another set of steps. We're going to bring another set of steps back up, 6 steps. All right, now these should be about the same size. They got to be close at least. Let me line these 2 up. All right, that's close. Make this one a little longer. You can see I can drag and I can make the steps longer, and I can make them shorter. I can also make them wider just by going to these little circles that you see all around the steps in these boxes. Just by hovering over them, then holding down with my left side of my mouse, I can make them bigger and smaller. All right, so there we have the 2 set of steps coming up from the landing. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a wall in between these 2 sets of steps here once I get it made, because there's a wall dividing the steps when you go up the stairs. There's a wall to your left and to your right. So we're going to go over here. We're going to click on straight interior wall, left click on straight interior wall. And we found that right over here at the wall tools. You can see there's wall tools. We opened that up. We left clicked on straight interior wall. And I'm going to draw a wall in the middle of these 2 sets of steps here. All right. I'm going to let it come out a little bit past, because they actually do come a little bit past. Now, whenever you want to move anything at all around in this Home Designer Suite 2012, there's an arrow right here. All right. See this arrow that says Select Objects? You'll left click on that, and then you can click on anything in your drawing, a wall, a set of steps, anything, and move it around. So I'm going to click on this set of steps right here, and I'm going to drag it over here a little bit. I'm going to drag the wall over a little, this other set of steps over, because I have to get my steps in the correct position. I need about 16 feet between the exterior wall and the side of the steps, and that's what I'm trying to do here. I have to get my steps in the correct position in this basement. All right, so there's 15 feet 8 inches. I'm going to let it go at that. Now I got to create a landing here. I'm going to back my steps up a little bit here before I do this. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over here to my stairs. I'm going to go to the drop down. I'm going to click on landing, and then I'm just going to come over here and I'm going to click right behind either sides of these sections of steps here. And when I do, it pops a landing in there for me. It makes it the same width as the steps that I just set up, and automatically puts this landing in right here. All right. So now my steps are in my plan. So let's go back to our straight interior walls, and let's get some more walls on here. All right, I know I'm going to have a wall on this side of my steps. I'll move that out a little bit. I'm going to close this section of steps off right here, because this is behind the stairs. Drag a wall across. Okay. Now on this side of the steps, I'm going to leave it open to the third steps, to the fourth step rather, because I'm going to be putting a banister in here, and it'll automatically do that for me. If I pull this back to like the fourth, I'll go down to the third step. I'll just leave 3 exposed. All right, and then snap that in there. All right, now I'm going to go up here to the camera. I'm going to go to the drop down. I'm going to go to full camera and left click. Now with the camera, I can go inside my plan anywhere and wherever I want to be standing. Okay, the camera represents where you would actually be standing in the basement if you wanted to take a picture or something. I want to take a picture of the stairs. So I'm going to stand back over here. I'm going to click down with the left side of my mouse and hold it down. Left side, hold down. Draw a line towards the stairs. And now it will take a picture of that when I let go of the left click button on my mouse. All right, so there it drew in my basement. Right now it has a wood floor. That's just standard in this program. We're going to change all that. You can see my steps here, open to the third step. They're open underneath. Nothing's the way it's going to be permanently yet. But this is the beginning stages of it all. Now I'm going to close out of this picture and go back to the floor plan we're making by going up here, and I don't want to click on the red X because that'll close the program. I want to click on the bottom X below here, and it's just going to close this window, and we'll be back over at the floor plan. All right, so we're back over here. Now we know what that's going to look like. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to finish up some of our interior walls in here. Go back over here to straight interior wall, left click. Now I've got the straight interior wall pencil that I can draw with now. So we're going to draw what we have on our floor plan. And I already know what this plan's going to look like because guess what? I already designed it and I just showed that to you. This is what it's going to end up looking like right here. We just drew in the steps and this wall over here, and you know, we've come this far. Now we're going to work over here and draw this little storage room wall, come around here. We're going to put all these walls in for the bathroom, the utility room, and the home office using that straight wall tool. All right, so here we are back over here. We got the straight wall tool, and we're going to draw this. All right, so we need our little section of wall here, which is about 4 feet. All right, then we're going to come back a little bit. It's about 3 feet 2 inches. I'm just reading off of my dimensions for my plan. Yours is going to be entirely different than what I'm doing here. I'm just showing you how to use the program. So right now I'm just putting in all my interior walls using the program. All right, I'm drawing straight walls now. I'm not putting any doors in or anything. I'm just drawing the walls. Now off of this wall here, I want a section of straight wall to come out, but it's going to be a half wall. All right, so I'm going to go back over here. Click the wall tool drop down, select straight half wall, left click it, and now I'm going to draw a half wall. It's going to come across to about right here. I'll leave go of the button now. Now I just put a half wall in. And then I want to put a column. There's a column in my basement here at the end of this half wall. I built this half wall to go from this column that I'm going to draw in here back to this wall. But as you look right now, and we'll go back and look at the camera here, click on full camera, we'll draw a picture, a line that we want to shoot with the camera, and we'll take a look at this half wall. All right, so there's the half wall. Now at the end of that half wall, I need a column going up to the ceiling. The way that you do that, and you're going to have this in your basement most likely somewhere where you're going to have to do this if you're doing a half wall. I'm going to close back out of this and go back to our plan. You just take the straight wall tool. I'm going to go back over here to walls. I'm going to go to straight interior wall, and I'm just going to draw a little bit of wall at the end here, about that much. Okay, and when I'm going to go back over here to the camera, we're going to take a look at that. Full camera. Let's take a picture of it. All right, so there we have our half wall. There's our column all boxed out in drywall. All right, simple, right? We can also go over here to this little thing that looks like a bow and arrow here. This is how you move the camera around. You can go to the drop down and go to mouse orbit camera and left click that, and now what you can do is you can move all around inside your plan by just holding down the left button. Okay, this is something else that we're going to be using a lot during this tutorial. That way you can look around in 3D and get a real good idea what's going on. All right, let's close out of this, go back to the floor plan. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to go over here. We're going to go back to the wall tools, go to straight interior wall. We're going to draw our bathroom, which comes right off this wall here. So we're just going to extend this wall over because this wall becomes our bathroom wall. So right here at the end of this little wall, I'm going to go to this little square. You see that little square at the end? When it turns white there with the double arrows, I can hold down on my left mouse button and just drag that wall across. All right, now we're going to do the bathroom. I'm going to make a 5-foot wall here to put our tub in. So I'm going to just anywhere in here, I'm going to make a little wall about 3.5 feet. And I'm going to pull that down here. Wait a second. Here we go. All right, so you can see I am at like 3 foot 4 inches. We'll make it. All right. Now, I need 5 feet between this wall I just made and this wall to stick a standard 5-foot tub. So I'm going to left click on my little wall. You can see we've got 4 foot 7.5 inches. It does that automatically for you. In the middle here, what I'm going to do is go to the middle box. You'll see the white arrow with the 2 heads on it show up. I'm going to hold down on my left mouse button and drag that out a little bit past 5 foot. 5 foot 2.5 inches is good for now. I'm going to be sticking a shower in here later, and then we'll move it back tight to the shower later on in the video. All right, so let's finish up the bathroom. Back to our wall tool here. Straight interior wall. I need to jog back a little bit here, and then I need to come down. All right, and there's our bathroom. Now, what's left here is storage. I have a water heater in here, and I have a sump pump in here, and I have some radon equipment in here. I got a bunch of stuff in here. This is going to be an unfinished utility room in here. So we have that done. Now let's draw our home office. Straight interior wall. We'll put that in here. I know that that's 15 feet wide roughly, or 10 feet wide, I'm sorry. 10 feet wide. My drawing's off just a little bit. I'm going to actually stretch my whole basement down a little bit. I'm going to make this whole thing bigger. Watch how easy this is to make this wall move and stretch my basement out. There, I'm over top of the little square in the center of the wall. It turns double head white arrows. I'm going to stretch that out till I get about 11 feet here. Okay, that's better. That's more symmetry than what I had before for my actual plan. Now remember, your plan is going to be completely different. I'm just showing you how this program works, how you can move walls around, how you can put doors and windows and all that, and we're going to get into all that here. But the first thing that you're going to do is get your exterior walls done, get your stairs put in here, and then draw all your interior walls, which we just did. We just have a couple more interior walls to do. All right, I got a closet in this office I'm going to put in. I just drew that in. Now it wants to be a little bit wider than that, so I'm going to click on the wall. I'm going to drag the wall out until I get it to the right depth, about 2 foot 6 inches. Okay. All right, so there's my, and I split this big closet into 2 sections because over in this corner I've got my water meter, and I wanted it to be in a little closet, so I'm going to put a little closet here. That's 2 foot 7 inches. I'm going to make it 3 foot, drag it down to about 3 feet. All right, so there's my utility closet. Here's my finished closet. Here's my office. Here's my utility unfinished storage room, my bathroom. My exercise area is out in this area. This is also unfinished storage over here. This over here should be about 9 feet. I know that, so I'm going to move this wall back till I get about 9 feet here. All right, I can move this one up a little bit. My half wall up a little bit because it's in line with that wall, and this little section of wall, we'll move it up. Okay, there's pretty much, well, there is all my interior and exterior walls. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to put our doors in. Come up to the top. You're going to see a little icon that looks like this here. Hover over it and you'll see it says Door Tools. All right, so we're going to go to the drop down. We're going to put Hinge Door. We're going to left click on Hinge Door, and we're going to start putting our doors in. All right, I have a door under the stairs, so I'm going to go and I'm just going to hover over the wall. You can see wherever I stick my cursor, it automatically zaps a door in there. So I'm going to go ahead and left click right there. There's a door. That's simple. Over here, I'm going to left click. There's a door. Over here, I'm going to left click in the middle of this wall because there's a door in the center here. And we're going to go back and change the sizes of these and the types of doors in just a minute, but we're just popping in simple doors right now. All right, here's a door to the bathroom from the exercise area. Let's pop that in there. Here's a door from the office into the bathroom with a private entrance. Let's put that in, left click. Here's a door going into the utility room, unfinished utility room from the office. Left click it in there. Here's a door going into the utility closet for the water meter. Left click it into the wall there. And here's one for the closet in the office. Okay, there's all of our doors. Now we've got to make them what we want. Actually, there's one more. There's one more door right here that goes into the office from the exercise area. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 doors in this basement. All right, that's a lot of doors down here. But that's not unusual in the basement because of all the different areas, all the different zones that we're going to be going into. This is pretty typical. I normally have between 6 and 10 doors in every basement. All right, so the door to the storage room. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to it, this one over here. I'm going to double left click on it. And when I do that, it pops a door specification window up here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the width of this door. Right now it's a 30-inch door. That's what it puts in for you, 30-inch standard doors. I'm going to change this to 60 inches because I want this to be a big double door going into the storage so it's easy to get things in and out of. So I'm just going to take my my mouse. I'm going to left click, hold down, go over top of the 30 inches, and that blues it out. And then I'm just going to type in there 60 inches and click OK. Well, actually, before I do that, I'm going to go to hardware and click. And there you can see it just made it a double door for me. I'm going to change the default handles to levers. Now watch what happens to the picture over here when I click on levers. All right, it puts levers on it. All right, it's kind of cool actually. I can change these doors to arches if I want. Okay, I can do all kinds of stuff, but I'm going to keep no arches. And we're going to keep it just like that. I like those doors. I'm going to click OK. And you can see now here is my double door, my 5-foot set of doors. And I can center that a little bit better if I want by just moving the door back and forth and get it as close to center as I can. And if I hover over top of the ends of the doors themselves here, I can actually left click and I can close these doors just by holding down on my mouse. See, I'm swinging them in, I'm swinging them out. I can do that by just holding down on the left side of my mouse and just moving the doors in and out. All right, now this door over here, this is going into where my furnace is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this into a bifold door. I'm going to double click on it. I'm going to go up here to door type, go to the drop down, go to bifold, click bifold. There it has louvered bifold doors. So I'm going to go to bifold door, use default door style. I'm going to change door style to panel. All right, now I got the raised panels instead of the louvers. I'm going to say OK to that. All right, the rest of the doors I'm going to leave as they are except for the office door and this closet door in here. Let's do the office door once. Let's double click on that. Let's change that width to 60 inches. Actually, you know what? I'm going to make that a 48-inch door going in there. Go to door type. We'll make it hinged. Door style, we're going to go to glass. And back to general again here, and that should be good right there. Click OK. All right, and there's our double doors going into the office. This door over here to the closet, I'm going to double click that. I'm going to make that a 60-inch door. And I'm only changing the widths. I'm not changing the heights or anything else, just the widths. Keep it simple. The type of door that we're going to have there is going to be the panel door, but we're going to make it a slider to conserve space in there. All right, so now we have a 5-foot slider in there. This door here is a little big, so I'm going to change that to a 24-inch door going into the water meter. All right, now I don't like the swing of this door, so I'm going to left click right here in the middle of the door, or right click rather, and you can see here you can change the swing side or change the opening hinge side. I'm going to change the opening hinge side, and you can see now it opens back towards the wall. All right, the bathroom door I want to swing in against this wall right here. I don't want it opening into the office, so I'm going to go ahead and right click on that, and I'm going to change the hinge side. Change hinge side. There we go. And this door here, I'm just going to grab a hold of it and swing it into where I want it. I want it opening into the bathroom. All right, so there's our office doors coming into the bathroom. We also have another bathroom door out here in the exercise area going in. Two ways into this bathroom. This door going into the utility room, I'm going to change the swing of that door. I'm just going to grab it and swing it in against the wall. All right, I like that. All right, that should do it for doors. All right, we've got all of our doors done now. Now we could change the hardware on all these doors, put different doorknobs on all of them, change the color, change the style, do whatever we want to them. Now you know that. So we're going to continue on here. What we're going to do now is we're going to go up here and click on Library. And you're going to left click on that. And then left click on Library Browser. And over here we've got the catalogs of the different things that we can install in our finished basement. Anything you can think of pretty much is inside these folders. Home Designer bonus catalogs. If I open that up, you can see all the different stuff that you can put into this plan. It's incredible. Then we got the core catalogs. We'll open those up, and we have the manufacturer's catalogs. You can see we got like LK sinks and Eurocast, New England Classic, Therma-Tru windows and doors. All right, those are manufacturer catalogs. We can actually put in those manufacturers' actual products and then order from them for our plan if we want. I never do that, but it's available. It's an option in this Home Designer Suite 2012 program, which is pretty cool. Now, if you don't want to go through all of these folders, if you're new to the program, just go up here and where it says type to start searching, left click in there and just type in there shower. All right, and there it just throws showers at you. I'm going to go to, let's see, let me go down through and see what we have here. I want my shower head to be on the right hand side, so I'm just going to go in here and select a right tub shower. All right, and there's what it looks like. And I'm just going to hover over this blue box, hold down with my mouse on the left side, and just drag it into my plan. All right, and then let go. And there it is. Now, I'm going to go back over here to my Select Objects button, and I'm going to left click on that. And like I told you, I'm going to move this little wall over till it's tight against the shower. Just pull it over until it touches it, and then let go of the button. Boom, that's in. Now you have a shower in your bathroom. Next, I'm going to go up here and type in toilet. All right, I'm going to grab an elongated toilet, which is what I normally throw in my plans here. Just grab left click, hold down on it, drag it over, and stick it where you want it. I want it to be right here on this wall, right around from the tub. All right, back up here, I'm going to type in here pedestal, pedestal, pedestal sink. And I'm going to grab this one right here. It's kind of a nice one. Left click it and drag it in. I'm going to sit it right here across from my toilet. And there we have that. All right, so there's my shower, my sink, my toilet. I'm done in the bathroom. I'm going to go up here again and I'm going to type in water heater. All right, I'm going to grab a medium electric water heater. And I'm going to drag it in and sit it right here inside my storage room where it's sitting right there. All right, so now my water heater's in there. Next, I'm going to grab a furnace. Now, if you have a gas furnace or an oil-fired furnace or whatever you got, don't worry about it. Just grab any old furnace and stick it in there. The township, whoever's going to be looking at these plans, is going to know what it is. All right, so just grab yourself a furnace. I'm going to grab this 20-inch gas furnace, left click it, drag it over and sit it right in here behind this door where it's at in my plan. And I'm going to spin that so that it's facing the right way and make it a little wider. So I know it's a little bit bigger than that. Okay, so behind the bifold door sits my furnace. And now I can open this bifold door to change the filter and to service it. Okay, now the next thing we're going to put in, And really from here you can go in any direction you want. I'm going to go and put my window in. I only have one window in this plan, so I'm going to go over here, go to the drop down, going to left click on window, go to the wall where I know that it's going to be inserted, and I'm going to click it into the wall with my left mouse button. Click one time once I get over the wall. And then I'm going to double click on it and make it a 48 by 48. I'm going to change the default to a slider, right sliding in this basement. There we go. Click OK. And I know it's a little bit further out of the corner than that, so I'm going to bring it out a little bit. And there's my window now in the plan. Now I'm going to put a little bar in here, a little wet bar in here for these folks. So I'm going to go to the cabinet tool right here. I'm going to go to the drop down. I'm going to click the base cabinet with the left button of my mouse. And I'm going to drop two base cabinets in here. Boom and boom. I'm going to double click on them. And I'm going to make them both 30 inches wide. Just going to change the width. We'll click on this one, make that 30 wide. And I'm going to slide them together with 30 inches. Okay. Two 30-inch base cabinets there. Now I'm going to go back to cabinets, do the drop down, go to wall cabinet, left click. I'm going to put three of them up here. 1, 2, 3. Any size. Standard size is 24. Now I'm going to double click on them. I'm going to make this one 15. And the reason I know these measurements is because I've built this bar about 100 times in the past, and I just know what size cabinets they are. Yours will probably be different, but you could use these same sizes if you wanted. The center cabinet's a 30, just changing the widths, not changing the heights. And this other end cabinet is also a 15. All right, and then I'm going to line them up with the edge of my cabinets here, with the base cabinets, by left clicking on them and dragging them around. Okay, now another way that I could drag these around. So I could go back over here to my camera. I could do a full camera view. I could take a shot of a picture of these cabinets, drag towards what I want to shoot. I could go up here to my select objects tool, the white arrow, left click, and then I can just click on these cabinets and do what I want with them. Well, this one here, it looks like I changed the height from a 36 to a 30 by mistake, so I'm going to double click on that with my left button and make that height 36 inches again, so it's the same as the other cabinet. All right, there we go. Now the center cabinet I want to be a little bit shorter than my two outside cabinets, so I'm going to double click it. I'm going to drag it up to about 20 inches, and you just get a hold of this little icon at the bottom of the cabinet and just push it up till you get 20 inches or something close, and there you have it. Okay, so, and I can also grab that cabinet, I can move it down, I can move them all around from this view as well. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a sink and a refrigerator into these cabinets. And the way you do that is you close out of this window back to the plan. Go up here to my library browser, and I'm going to type in here bar sink. Take this square bar sink just for an example. Highlight it with my left mouse click, drag it over, and drop it in this cabinet. Okay, there it is, installed in there. Then I'm going to come back to my library. I'm going to type in refrigerator. And we're going to find one that you can mount in a cabinet. Under counter, refrigerator. Left click it, drag it over, and put that in the other cabinet. All right, then we're going to go back to our camera, and we're going to take a look at that. Click full camera, left click. Put our camera in the room and take a picture of the bar. And there you have it. There's my sink. There's my refrigerator. Okay, now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and I'm going to put some furniture in. We pretty much have all of our walls. We have all our utilities in now, or all of our bathroom fixtures rather. You know what we're going to do next? We're going to go and we're going to do our electric. let's do our outlets and all of our lighting. Now, most of the lighting in my projects is always recessed lighting. So we'll be installing recessed lights. And we're going to go back up here to library and left click on library browser to open this up over here again. Now, right here you see an outlet. You see electrical tools. We're going to go to the drop down. Now, this is kind of a cool feature here. Auto place outlets. If you left click on that and then go to any area in your basement and just left click, it'll put the outlets in those areas that you're clicking into automatically to code. So there you see it stuck a whole bunch in there. I'm going to go over here into the office and click in there. Throws them in the office and the bathroom. All right, now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put our lights in. We're going to go up here to our library browser. We're going to type in recessed light. All right, let's work our way down the list until we find recessed. Recessed lights. All right, let's see what we got here. Recessed downlight 6, which is a 6-inch light. That's what we're going to use. So I'm going to left click on that one time. Come back out into my plan and start dropping my lights in. Now the light fixture placement for your plan is just a rough idea where they're going to be when you actually start to put them in your job, because they can only go up in the cavities where there's floor joists, so they're not going to be exact. So I'm just going to be placing them in here, roughly spacing them out so that they look good, and putting in my usual amounts in each area. Now in a home theater this size, I'd probably put 6 in, so I'm going to drop them in here just by clicking the left mouse button each time I want to drop one in. So we'll do 6 in here. I want one there, left click. I want one here, left click. Want one here, left click. One here. And we'll drop over here a little bit around the corner, and another one right here. So there's 6 in there. Out here in the exercise area, let's do 8. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The office will do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the utility room, we'll put a different type of fixture. The bathroom, I'm going to have 1 in my shower. I'll put 1 over my toilet and 1 over my sink, and maybe 1 out here in the middle. All right, so that should be it for recessed lights. Now we have to put our switches in. So we're going to go over here. We're going to type in switch and put our switches in. Now, 3-way switches will turn a light on in 2 different spaces. So let's left click on the 3-way switch, and I'm going to pop them in here. I know where they go in my plan, so I'm just going to put them in here quick. 1 there, 1 there, 1 here, here. I've got 1 here and here. I've got 1 over here. Inside the bathroom, I've got 2 of them. All right, I think that's it for 3-way switches. Now I'm going to want a couple single switches where you just turn it on from one location. And we'll just do a single pole switch right here, left click. 1 in here for storage. 1 in here for storage in the utility area. This is unfinished in here. We're going to put 1 over here on this wall over here by the sink. Now we have to make the connections. So we'll go back up here to the electric. We will go to the drop-down menu from the electric, and we'll left click on Connect Electrical. Now, you just hold down on your mouse button and you drag from each switch that you want to go to up to your lights, and you just keep dragging this this electrical connector. And I'm going to start at the switch, left click, hold down, drag to the first light, release the button, press down again, release the button, press it down again, release the button, and I'm just daisy chaining these lights from one to the next, holding down the left mouse button and going from switch to light to switch, and here we are back on the other side of that 3-way circuit. All right, so That circuit, you could turn it on at the bottom of the steps. It would turn these 6 on, and I could turn them back off over here. All right, that's a completed circuit. Now we'll go into the exercise area. We'll go around here, and we'll do all 8 of these lights. And left clicking, left clicking, left clicking, and then back to this switch. All right, I can turn them on right here in the exercise area. When I come in, I can turn them back off over here. Now the office. I have the switch outside because the doors coming around inside will cover the switch. So we'll go from this switch here outside the office to the first recessed light in the office, to the second, to the third, to the fourth, and then to the other 3-way switch right here. So we can turn our lights on in the office if we're coming in from the bathroom, walk through the office, and as we go back out, we can turn them back off over here on this side of the office. All right, so that's another 3-way circuit. Now the 3 lights in the bathroom, the one over the toilet, the pedestal sink, and over here out in the middle of the bathroom, that's going to be a 3-way circuit. So we're going to go from this 3-way switch to the toilet light, to the pedestal light, back to the main light in the middle of the bathroom, and then back to the other switch. So either one of these doors we come into the bathroom through will have a switch that will turn the lights on, and we can turn it back off. Either way, we're coming into the bathroom. All right, now we're going to go to another type of light here. So I'm going to go back and type light again. Drag one into the storage room here, and drag one over into this storage room over here. All right, so there's my 2 recessed light, or it's my 2 fluorescent light fixtures. And we're going to go back over here to electric, go back to connect electric, left click, and we're going to connect these 2 fluorescent light fixtures inside the storage areas. There's one, and there's the other. All right, so there's all of our outlets, all of our switches, all of our recessed lights, and our fluorescent light fixtures all in there. Now I had one other switch I had to connect. This one in the shower, I got the switch way over here out of the way so nobody can reach their hand out of the shower and get shocked and try to turn that on. And we're going to go ahead and connect that single switch to the shower light. That was the last light. All right, that takes care of all of our lighting. Now, let's put some furniture in this thing. I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to click back in the library browser box here, and we're going to type couch. Grab ourselves a sofa. Let's see what we got here. Pick anything we want here. Camelback sofas, all kinds of stuff here. Anything we want. Let's grab one of these Emperor sofas. Left click. We'll drag that in here and we'll put that on this wall in the home theater. And we'll grab a love seat, which is a little smaller, and we'll put that over here. Right, so there's our 2 couches in there. Now let's go back to library browser, type in coffee table. See what it comes up with. All right, it doesn't like coffee table. Let's just try table. There we go. And let's find ourselves some tables. Really up to you what you want to put in here. Here's a basic coffee table. Left click, drag that in, sit that in here. Done. That's a home theater. So how about a plasma TV? And we'll grab this one right here. I like this one. We'll drag that over. We'll stick that on the wall here. There we go. And go over here to select objects. I'm going to double click on that TV once and change the size to a nice big 60-inch width and a 34-inch high. Those are the sizes that I find work the best, look the best on the wall in these computer-generated pictures that we're going to look at in a couple minutes here. All right, so there's our home theater done. Let's go to exercise equipment. Now, what we're going to do here, we're going to go into the Home Design Bonus Catalogs, and we're going to go and find something to do with offices. Office accessories. Double click on that, and it opens up a whole bunch of different things we can put in the office. How about desks? Just grab a desk here, I like that one there. Drag that in. Let's put that on the wall here. Desk chair. Let's see what that does for us. There we go. Left click that, set a desk chair in there. All right, now we have some furniture in our office, and let's get some exercise equipment. Fitness, home fitness. All right, let's do cardio. Left click on cardio. Look at all these machines. Let's put a treadmill in there. There's a treadmill. Let's do exercise bike. Stick an exercise bike in there. Right, there's so many different things you can put in here, and you guys can mess around with this, but the possibilities of what you can do to your interior with this stuff is pretty incredible, really. All right, so there's our exercise equipment. And for this example, I think that's all I'm going to do to this interior as far as what we're going to put in each room. Now let's go up here and let's label our rooms. Go to this big green T here and just left click it. All right, now come to whatever area you want to name and left click again. And type in there what you want. This is the home theater, so I'm going to put home theater in there. I'm going to change the 6 to a 10 and click OK. And there's home theater. I can left click it, I can move it around and put it where I want in the room. That looks good. All right, office, left click, and office. And then we'll put 12, see how big that makes it. That's good right there. Exercise area, left click, exercise area, left click that, move that around a little. There we go. What else? We got the baths. All right, we got a closet under the stairs. Let's click that, move that over. All right, we got a landing here. I always put landing at the landing so the people at the township know what's going on with my steps. All right, and I think that's pretty much it. Now, I'm going to do something now that will only matter. I'm going to close the library browser for now. I'm going to do something now that's only going to matter when you're doing an overhead camera view, which we haven't done yet, but we will do that here in a couple minutes. I'm going to change the flooring in these areas so that the flooring is what I want in each area, because it's going to be different in the bathroom than it's going to be in the home theater, than it's probably going to be in the storage rooms, because the storage and utility rooms are probably still going to just be concrete. So what you do is you go over here to your select tool, select objects, left click it, go into the middle of whatever room you want to do the carpeting or flooring in, the tile in, and double click in the middle of the room. Not on something where there's no tables, no couches, no lights. You have to be where there's nothing, like right here. There's nothing in this room, and double click. And you can see that there's different things I can do to the room here. There's different moldings I can put in there, different fill materials, different materials. All right, so I'm going to click on materials, left click materials, and then I'm going to left click floor covering. Then I'm going to click select material. And I'm going to go to rugs, or carpet rather, left click carpet. I'm going to pick the color carpet I want. Let's just do a green so that we can see it real well in the final drawing. And we'll click on the Berber looking thing here, the Berber looking carpet. Click OK. And then come down here and click OK again. Now I have carpet in this area that's all grayed out. Now the office will do a different color. We'll double click in here. We'll go to floor coverings. We'll go to materials, select material. We'll do carpet again. And in here we'll do maybe like a brownish carpet. We'll do this one here. Select that. And OK. Now we got that brown carpet in there. The bathroom, we'll double click. We'll go to floor covering. And we'll go to a pattern tile, pattern. And we'll go with the mosaic. And we'll just pick something here that's kind of cool. We'll do the blue so we can see it real good from above when we do the overhead view. The blue. This one here, okay. Okay. The utility room, we're just going to go with floor covering, select material, and I think they have concrete here. Let's see what they got here. Masonry and stone. There's concrete. Left click concrete for the floors. Pick which one you like. I like this one. And okay. So now we have concrete in there. And the other storage room, same thing. Floor coverings. Select material. Masonry. Concrete. Floors. And we'll do this one right here. Okay. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to do an overhead view of this entire basement. Just see what the heck we've created here. We're going to go from a stick drawing that we have here, just a regular basic floor plan, to an overhead 3D view, which is called the dollhouse view. So we're going to left click dollhouse. All right. There's our dollhouse. Now we want to get a little closer, so we're going to go up here and we're going to click the plus sign that we have. We can go out or in. We're going to zoom in once, twice, click it again. We're going to go over here to the bow and arrow thing again. Do the drop down and get the mouse orbit camera. Left click, go into the middle of our drawing and left click and hold down and take a look down inside. Now, isn't that amazing? I mean, I do this all the time. I do it for a living, and every time I see what this program does, it amazes me. And for people that can't visualize very well, this really helps you visualize your spaces and exactly what things are going to look like. And any of this stuff in this drawing can be changed from any view. I mean, from right here, if I go over here from this dollhouse view, if I go back over here to my select tool and left click it, I can click on this door right here. I can open it if I want. I can go over here to show open, click that and click OK, and it'll open that door to the bathroom. I can click on this door here and, you know, change the material that it's made out of. You can see that this program will enable you to do anything you want to your project from any view, all right, including the dollhouse views. And we'll close out of that. Go back to our camera, go to a full camera, and we'll take a shot with the full camera through here and see what it looks like with the full camera view. And there you can see we got the full camera view inside. There's our glass doors going into our office. Here's our exercise room, our home theater here, our bar over here. There's the doors that go into our storage room, and you can go up and around and spin this any way you want. Such an awesome tool. Let's close that out. Take another look coming back the other way. All right, there's looking straight into the bathroom, the closet under the stairs, the home theater. All right. Now another thing that you can do with this program that's pretty cool is put dimensions on it. And they're going to want to see dimensions. Generally when you go to pull a building permit, they want to see how big the areas are that you're finishing, so they know exactly what you're up to down there, and to make sure that it's code. So what you do, up along the top here, back in our icons, there's a little ruler here. Just click on that ruler, left click, and then wherever you want dimension lines between two walls, just go to the wall you want to start from, press down on your left mouse button, and just drag a line across till you get to the other wall, and then leave go of the button. Okay, so you can see that it's snapped 13 foot 3.5 inches in there to the bar edge, and then another foot and another foot, two for the upper cabinets and the bottom cabinet. So altogether there, that's 15 foot 3.5 inches. Let's go across the exercise area, and there you got 20 foot 4 3/16 inches. And remember that these dimensions on these floor plans will vary depending upon your final resting places where your walls actually have to be, because remember, there's going to be pipes you're working around down there that are against the walls that you're going to have to move your exterior walls in and out from, and other things overhead that may dictate where a wall may be by an inch or two. So you can't be held to these measurements. As long as you're within an inch or two, you're going to be fine. All right, so if you want to do exterior dimensions, and I'm going to zoom out once here. If you want to do exterior dimensions, go back up here to the ruler, go to the drop down, and go to Auto Exterior Dimensions, and just left click it. and there it puts in all your dimensions on the outside of the plan, which is a pretty cool feature. Does all that for you. So that's how you put your dimensions on a drawing, if that's what you want to do. If you want to erase dimensions, just go over here to your Select Objects tool and left click it, and just go back through, and wherever you want to remove it, just left click on the dimension line and then hit your delete button on your keypad, and it will just take the dimensions away. Real simple. And that goes for the exterior ones as well as the interior ones. Just delete them out of there. And we'll zoom back in. So that's how you put dimensions on your drawings, and if that isn't easy, I don't know what is. So now you should have a pretty good idea how to take this video and apply it to your dimensions that you took for your basement's foundation walls, and your plan that you came up with that we did in the first 4 videos over there in the designing tab. You can take that design that we drew on paper and measure it off with our tape and bring it over here to the Home Designer Suite 2012 program and enter those coordinates, enter those dimensions into this program, and come up with a 3D configuration of your basement. You can get that dollhouse view. But here we are back again, back into that dollhouse configuration again. You normally have to zoom in twice. Change your camera to the mouse orbit camera, and then you can spin that around and take a look down in there and see what you got. See if you like what you have. And if you don't, you can change it while you're in the design stage. It's nothing to change it now, man. If you don't like your plan, change the floor plan now, because now you can see what it looks like. And if you don't like what you have, go back to the basics, change your plan, and then re-enter it into the Home Designer Suite 2012 program, and make the changes. You know, if you didn't like what you saw in 3D there, if you thought the bathroom should have been bigger, you can go in here and just as simple as go into the Select Objects icon, left clicking it. Let's say we wanted the bathroom to be wider. We can move this door down by clicking it and dragging it down the wall. We can grab this bathroom wall here and drag it down 3 or 4 feet. Boom. Now look how big our bathroom is. Go back to the dollhouse view. Zoom in on that once or twice. And take a look down in there now. And now look how big our bathroom is. We slid this wall back there just that easy. Just to make a bigger bathroom. Whatever you want to do, you can do with this program. So there you have it. Now when you're all done with your plan and you like it, you want to go up here to File, left click Save As, Save As, whatever file name. I save all my plans to my desktop so that I can find them later. You can save them anywhere you want in your computer, but I like to save mine to my desktop so that it's there when I want to find it real quick. When I turn my computer on, all my plans are right there. That's where I choose to save it. You can save yours wherever you want. I'm going to save that again. Course plan already existed. You want to replace it? Yes. And there you have it. That's saved. Now, this was the plan I did off camera. It looks kind of really similar to what we just did. The gym was a little bit different, and I had a soda machine in here and a couple other things. And I hope I gave you enough in this tutorial that you can actually take this program now, open it up, use the icons up here, and just follow my tutorial, follow this tutorial, and you'll be able to do the exact same thing I did. Okay, it's really not that hard to do. Now if I wanted to open up a new one, I just go to File here. I'd click on my new starter plan again. Okay, so if I was starting right now with a brand new plan, this is what your screen is going to look like, and this is how we began the video. Remember, you're going to go over here to your wall tools, get to the drop down, and start with your straight interior walls. All right, you can do straight exterior walls too, but I don't use the exterior wall. I just use the interior walls for everything because I know that they're concrete walls, my exterior walls. I don't need to go in here and click on that and put block walls or concrete walls in there. I just use my straight interior wall and my half wall tool. Really, I'm only using the straight interior wall and the straight half wall options inside this drop down, right? The main one I'm using is the interior, straight interior wall one. And if your basement comes over and goes up and back and up again and down and back and comes back on a 45, and whatever your basement is, okay, whatever it is, you'll draw it just like I just did here. If your stairs are straight stairs and they just come down into the basement like this, then you draw yours in like that. My set of stairs came down and turned, if you recall. So, you know, yours may just come down like that. And then you'll just take your wall tool. I'm just messing around with it right now, but it's, say half of your basement was going to be a storage room, and then this is all storage over here. Then you just do that. Go over here to your door tool and pop a door in there, and boom. Guess what you have now? You got a storage room right now with a set of steps coming down into the basement. And if we go to the overhead view, it should be the dollhouse view. Zoom in twice. You can see, go to the mouse orbit camera, then we just have a set of steps coming down into an empty basement, and we have 2 rooms. Just that quick, you know, we've already started the plan. I mean, it's a really easy tool to use, and I think you're going to have absolutely no problem with it. Now, the product that you're going to be using is right here. It's the Chief Architect Home Designer 2012. All right. It may be 2013 now. You know, the new version may be out, but it's going to run the same way. It's going to run the same way. You've already seen. You can order this online. All right. All you have to do is just Google Chief Architect Home Designer Suite 2012, and you will end up at the Home Designer Chief Architect website. You only want to purchase it from them if you're going to do it online, and they'll ship it to you. Or you can find this program at any of the big box office supply stores or the big box electronic retailers like Best Buy and a couple of other larger ones that are throughout the country that you can find this this program at. And the price of this program is right around, it really depends on where you're at, ranges from about $70 to $100 if you want to purchase it. Okay, so good luck with your 3D designs and your computer generated floor plan using Chief Architect Home Designer Suite 2012.